gameplay, walkthroughs, reviews, and more. Solely Game Studios presents.
When it comes to the stealth genre, there are very few games on the market that deliver up to expectations. This latest title from Arcane Studios is met with anticipation and excitement by stealth fans the world over. Running the latest version of Epic Games' Unreal Engine, the environmental visuals of Dishonored are breathtaking. From Dunwell Castle to the brewery, distillery, or simply watching a soldier being torn apart by rats, which comes with its own sickly thrill which you will not get bored of time and time again as it reoccurs throughout the game. You start off as Corvo, the Empress's personal bodyguard, recently returned from a personal quest for the Queen to find a cure for the rat plague, when you are ruthlessly set upon by magic-wielding assassins who kidnap the Empress's daughter and murder her in cold blood. Unfortunately, you happen to be in the wrong place at the right time and get framed for her assassination.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her.
And with the conspirator's laugh still echoing in your ears, you begin an epic tale of revenge and betrayal against those who have wronged you. The most important character in Dishonored by far is the Outsider. This supernatural being gives you with the magical powers you will need to carry out the many and inventive ways of disposing of your opponents, as well as incapacitating them or simply killing them outright through bending time or devouring by a plague of rats. This supernatural being doesn't reveal too much to you about himself initially, but if you play the game right, he only appears to those who he finds interesting. So the more interesting you are, the more about him you will learn. This being supported by his finishing words to you.
Come find me.
The most important and subscribed power he gives you to start with is the power to blink, moving over wide distances from one place to another. The second important gadget the Outsider gives you is a heart, carved by his own hand from a creature of some kind. He doesn't make it clear, so I'll leave that to your imagination. This heart plays a very important role throughout Dishonored. Not only does it allow you to find bone charms which mitigate the effects of your environment, such as being shot at does less damage to you, it also leads you to runes where you can upgrade and unlock new powers, or simply pointing it at an individual or place will reveal backstory and secret information about that individual or the place, which adds to the rich and engaging storyline Dishonored has to offer if you bother to look hard enough. So, if you're like me, you might find you like finding out a little bit more about the guy you incapacitate and then throw in the river to be eaten by a hungry flesh-eating piranha fish. Dishonored sports a rich and fulfilling backstory, which is often only comes to light through the patience and listening in on your enemies' conversations, as well as reading different articles and books you find around the gaming environment. One of the most frequently met characters is a delightful old lady called Granny Rags. She will be found throughout the game missions in nearly every one. She is vital if you want to progress your skills in ways. She offers you tasks she wants you to complete in return for runes, mystic items which you use to upgrade your magical abilities through the game. Dishonored sports a wide range of weapons for you to maim and kill your opponents in useful and inventive ways, as you'll see later on in this trailer. The most common, of course, is your trusty sword and your crossbow, which can later be used with incendiary grenades, which is very funny to watch your opponents scream to death, and of course sleep darts for those who wish to avoid a lethal confrontation. But by far one of the most sickly delightful weapons is of course the spring razor. This is a small device you can plant on people or on walls or floors, in which case when they pass they will be promptly ripped to shreds. This weapon you'll be delighted to get new and inventive ways of killing people. Throughout the game you will be offered 3 choices. Do you A. avoid your opponent, B. kill your opponent, or C. just incapacitate them. Each decision comes with its own consequences later on in the game. Just because you could go all guns blazing doesn't mean you necessarily should. The nice aspect of Dishonored is that you have to take into account the consequences of your actions. For example, the man in the red, the High Inquisitor, is your target, but as a side quest to gain the achievement, the man in blue has to be saved. You can do this in a number of different ways. If you simply don't care, then you can watch the events expire in a very interesting way. However, you can poison the drinks they have, so the red man will choke to death, or you can simply go in all guns blazing. But do bear in mind that should you go in all guns blazing, when you're discovered, the house will be go into lockdown, and you will have to fight your way out. Not exactly the most friendly approach if you're going for a stealthy, non-violent, low chaos way of completing this game.
What? Campbell? He's dead. Guards! Guards, get in here!
Of course, if you choose to kill your opponent, you will increase chaos, which will have dramatic impacts on the rest of the game. However, Dishonored is truly fun no matter how you wish to play it, from getting skillful kills or simply watching someone get stabbed in the face. It's entirely up to you, but either way you will find you're a much sicker person than you ever thought possible.